Fellow entrepreneurs, this is Ben Gothard, founder and CEO of Gothard Enterprises and author of CEO at 20, a little book for big dreams. Today I want to talk to you about passion. What is it? Why is it so important for entrepreneurs? And what do I do if I don't have it? So let's jump right in. I want to define passion. And when I was thinking about what passion really means, a lot of things kind of came to mind. Is passion a mindset? Kind of. Is passion an attitude? Kind of. Is passion a reflection of our actions? It might be. But I think that passion is really a culmination of things, a culmination of those things, of the right attitude, the right mindset, and specific actions that are in line with those attitudes and mindsets. Jason Nazar, one of my personal heroes, he gave this talk on entrepreneurship, and in it he said, if you don't have a why, you'll let the what and how be your excuse for not doing the things you said you were going to do. And I thought this was very powerful because the how and the why of, the how and the what of doing something is basically everything there is to it, right? Well, the how and what are important because if you don't know what you're doing or how to do it, it kind of makes it hard to accomplish those things. But that shouldn't be what drives you to do things. In fact, technical knowledge of something cannot drive you to do something, at least in the long term. What can drive you to do something is your why, your passion, your purpose, your reason for doing something. I myself am very, very passionate about entrepreneurship and internet marketing. And I feel like that passion, that why is freedom. I want to have the freedom to, at any point in my life, to travel. I want to, have a family one day, and I want to explore the world, and I want to do so many different things. And I know that I have to do some things now. I have to work really hard to get there, to be able to say, hey, I want to take a vacation next week and get on a plane and do it. I know that I have to work really hard and be very passionate about what I'm doing in order to get there. But the why, the freedom, that's what drives me every single day. That's what I get up for every single day. That's what I live for every single day. And passion is not a part-time thing. You can't just half-ass do something. You have to really attach your identity to it, and you have to live it. You have to be whoever you need to be and be who you are and whoever it is that you are aspiring to be every single day. You can't really expect to see incredible results if you don't put in an incredible effort. And the only way to consistently put in that incredible effort despite obstacles is passion. So what is passion? I think passion is your why. I think passion is, I love doing this. I'm almost obsessed with doing this. I'm going to relentlessly pursue this because I'm passionate about it. And being passionate about things inherently could be good or bad. You could be passionate about running a business, which I would argue is a good thing. Or you could be passionate about staying at home and watching TV all day, and that might not be so good. But whatever it is that you're passionate about, it leads to full immersion. When I was little, I used to play video games all the time. I used to stay up for hours and hours on end and just play video games. And I spent my time doing it. I learned a lot about it, and frankly, I got really good. I mean, I would spend hours and hours playing video games, and I would read books on it, and I would watch videos, and I would Google it and try to figure out the best way to do it. But at its core, I'm now realizing a few years later that I was really passionate about that. And because I was so passionate about it, because I really put myself fully in it and I gave it my 100%, I got good. You know, I wasn't the best in the world, but that's probably because I was like 10 years old, but I was good. I could hold my own. I was competitive, and I loved it. And I think that you have to have that same mentality in anything meaningful in your life. It doesn't matter what it is. Is it a relationship? You know, did you find somebody special? Give it your all. Don't let that person go. Hold on to them. Is it a business that you're trying to start? All right, that's fine. Just attach that to your identity and go. Have passion. Learn about it. Do it all the time. Get better. And eventually you'll see results. It might not be today. It might not be next week. It might not even be next month. But in time, you will see the fruits of your labor. If you just believe in yourself and have passion and don't give up, you will see results. Now, why is that important for entrepreneurs? Well, the simplest answer to that is entrepreneurship is difficult. There are tons of things when you start day one on your entrepreneurial journey that you have absolutely no idea about. I've been doing the entrepreneurial route. I've been on the entrepreneurial journey, on my own journey, for about a year and 10 months now. And I can tell you that there are so many things that I didn't even think about that had popped up. So many different problems, so many issues, so many learning opportunities that I came across that if I had never started this journey, I would never have known about. And, you know, it's awesome. It is fun. It is exhilarating to wake up every single day and face new challenges and talk to people and deal with people and really try to help people, because, you know, I think at the core of entrepreneurship is providing value to somebody else in a manner that is replicable, that time after time you can continuously provide significant value to another person. And when you are passionate about that, when you find something that it gets you going, it wakes you up in the morning, you can attach your identity to it, and you will spend time doing it, and you will learn about it, and you'll want to get better at it. And because of all of these different actionable things that you're doing, you are going to get better, and you're going to find some sort of success. And that success may be, okay, I spent 30 minutes working on my dream today as opposed to 15 yesterday. That's fine. There's not a timeline of when you have to do things and what you have to do. And in the end, it really comes down to you, and it really comes down to what you're willing to do for the things that you're passionate about and what you're willing to really sacrifice. I can tell you that I face this problem almost every day, that I need to be working. I need to be doing what I love, and I need to be bettering myself as an entrepreneur and as a human being every single day. But there are distractions. I mean, I'm in college right now. There are parties going on everywhere. All of my friends always want to do things, and there's always fun stuff to do. But a lot of the times I say, look, I'm sorry, I have this thing that I'm trying to do, and I have my goals, and there's absolutely nothing that I'm going to let stand in my way. And when you approach things with that sort of passion, it's powerful. it can really take you to places that you had absolutely no idea you would be. Just the people that I've met in my short time on the entrepreneurial journey of mine, just the people that I've met have been incredible, and the stories that I've heard, and all the success that I've seen in others, it's really inspiring and it's really motivating. And the reason that it is important to have the mindset of, I'm not going to go out on Friday night. I'm going to stay in and I'm going to work. I'm going to work my ass off. That's the mentality you have to have if you really want to accomplish great things. Now, it's taken me a long time to answer this question, but why is passion important for entrepreneurs? Well, at its core, it gives you the motivation to succeed. There are going to be obstacles on your journey that I can guarantee that. I can promise you that. It's not going to be a walk in the park. And if you want to make it through those, and you really want to excel, and you really want to do the things in life that you want to do, you're going to have to overcome these obstacles, and passion is the key. Because when you're passionate about something, when it consumes you, when you consume it, you're always thinking about it, you're always learning about it, you're always figuring it out. And even if you go read a book about something else, I don't know, something in nature, if you go watch Discovery Channel or whatever you might be doing, you'll see things about entrepreneurship in unrelated areas. And if it's happened to you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if it hasn't happened to you, once you start your entrepreneurial journey, you'll realize what I'm talking about. That everything can be related back to what you're passionate about. You can learn something from anything. And that's kind of the key when you're really trying to solve something, is figure out how to find success. It doesn't matter how you go about figuring out how to do something or how you go about doing it, as long as you get it done, as long as you overcome those obstacles. That's really all that matters. So passion gets you through the tough times. Passion gives you the motivation to succeed, and passion really is harnessed through your why. Through saying, why am I getting up and doing this every day? Why am I going to spend my time and my energy and my life trying to do this? And for me, it's easy. I want to accomplish incredible things in my life, and I'm not going to stop until I do. And I want to be free to do the things that I want to do and the things that I need to do to live a fulfilling life. And I'm not going to let anything stop me. And I challenge you to have that same mindset, to really figure out what you're passionate about and pursue it relentlessly. Now, you might be saying, all right, I get it, but what am I going to be passionate about? And that's different from person to person. You're not going to sit down and talk to one person and say, oh my goodness, okay, well, thank you, you just told me exactly what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about this. It's not going to happen like that. You're going to have to figure it out. It's going to take a lot of self insight. You're going to have to really look inside of who you are and really figure out if this is something you want to be doing for the rest of your life, and figure out what you want to be doing for the rest of your life. And it can be as simple as searching for what you may already be passionate about that you don't even know. So ask yourself, what do you spend most of your time doing every day? I mean, I spend my time working on my company, writing, and sometimes playing guitar. And those are the things that I'm passionate about. Is creating things, and I love it, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. But you have to find the thing in your life that gives you the power to accomplish things. Because when you find something that is already powerful to you, that already gives you motivation, already helps you overcome obstacles, then you can harness that and you can really do some incredible things. Now, I have this cousin, and she was telling me, she was, I think, 15 at the time. She was telling me how she loved to take pictures and loved to write, and she really wanted to travel the world, but she didn't know how. And she didn't know how she was going to do it. She didn't know how she was going to pay for it. And so she just assumed that there was no way she could do it. Well, I think at such a young age, she had really identified what she was passionate about. And I was really proud of her. And I said, look, don't give up on what you're doing. You know, in fact, you have a very good skill set if you're good at creating content and pictures, and you can create content in the form of words, then that sounds like the perfect formula for a blog, because you can take really good pictures, you can write a story behind those pictures, and really tap into photojournalism. And she kind of looked at me and she said, well, how do I make money off of that? And from an early age, she was thinking about all these things, and I explained to her the power of advertisements, how, you can use a blog to either do some affiliate marketing, to put some display ads on the side, or you can do any sort of thing with a blog. But she really resonated with that, and just the look on her face of, really, like, I can do this as my job, like I could make a living off that. And it was wonderful to see the realization as it just spread across her face, and she seemed so happy and so hopeful. And it was great because I think she found her passion at such a young age, and that empowers her to now take pictures all the time and to continue taking pictures all the time. And if somebody at age 15 with a camera can do that, then you can too. And I'm talking a lot about my story and how I'm passionate about things, and there's absolutely nothing distinguishable between me and you. You could wake up tomorrow and start a company. It's not it's not something that I think makes me different than anybody else. It's just that I know what I want to do, and I'm going to try to do it. Jim Collins wrote Good to Great. And in that book, Jim Collins was talking about how there are these things that great companies do consistently that nobody else does. And it is because they follow these certain practices that they are great companies, and they will continue to be great companies. And one of the biggest things that he was talking about was the hedgehog concept. And the story he gave behind it was a hedgehog and a fox. It was about a hedgehog and a fox. And every day the fox would try all these new different things to try to eat the hedgehog. And the hedgehog, every single day, did the same thing. And curled up in his ball and just played good defense. And the fox could never get to the hedgehog. And the fox tried different things every day. And unique strategies and different this and a different that, and kind of jumped from one thing to the other. And the hedgehog found what he was the best at and kept doing it, and he was successful, and he wasn't eaten by the fox. And so that really translates to entrepreneurship, because if you're the type of person that is jumping from thing to thing and jumping from idea to idea, never really settling down to try something, never really attaching your identity to it and just going, then you're not going to find success, or you're not going to find lasting success. Whereas if you're like the hedgehog and you find something that you're truly passionate about, and you find something that you can do every single day, and that it works every single day, that you're going to be successful. I mean, Collins really breaks it down into 3 things. 1, what drives your economic engine? 2, what can you be the best at in the world? And 3, what are you deeply passionate about? And Collins is one of the most influential writers in business writing of today, and at least in my opinion. And he still is talking about passion. He's talking about how you have to have passion to succeed, how you have to really drill down into one thing, and you have to have passion, and you have to attach it to your identity and go. And once you do, you will find success. And it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be a month from now. But if you do what you are passionate about, and you attach it to your identity, and you give it every bit of yourself that you have, you will find success. And that is why passion is important.